The way that Jesus did his ministry motivates us as a mission. He spent a lot of time ministering to the physical, the emotional, the psychological needs of the people. The primary focus of ADM is to start new churches in communities where we don't have churches. But as we go into those communities, one of the ways that we connect with people is by looking at their needs. Zimbabwe has gone through some economic challenges, especially in the last 10, 15 years.
Inflation was doubling and tripling and everything was changing price by the day. And so life was really hard.
Infrastructures breaking down, things like availability of electricity, availability of clean drinking water, availability of medical services through the community transformational work. These are the ministries that we are now trying to provide to the people in the communities. We started by coming back to Gora Primary School and just adopting children so that we can help them to go to school. We also began to realize something that, yes, it's one thing to pay school fees for a child to be in school, but it's another thing for that child to actually be in an environment in which they can learn and make the most of the opportunity for education.
We engaged in a school feeding program that increased the rate of children who are coming to school, because a child would ask themselves, why walk for so long on an empty stomach and get there and fail to concentrate because I'm hungry? But just providing that drink was a good enough incentive for a child to walk the mile. We have got 4 schools that we're working with right now: painting, fixing broken windows, redoing their floors, buying textbooks.
Buying school furniture so that the children who were at one time learning whilst they were sitting on the floor, now they can be able to be comfortable enough to where they can actually focus on learning. One of the things that we started was to give people handouts in terms of food. This is primarily because we were in a crisis situation. But really, when you look at it, people do not need handouts. People desire to be equipped, to be empowered so that they can look after themselves. And over the past 5 years, we have started projects where we are working with individuals or we are working with families, sometimes even with churches and the whole community, where we invest some money into them and they're able to start a business which enables them, to generate income and look after themselves.
My name is Mr. Mshure. I started rearing chickens about 5 years back. They brought me 300 chickens. That's how I started, and 24 bags of feeds. I was very successful, so I had a lot of pride with that.
This we do so that we can help individuals, come out of a life of poverty. One aspect of our transformational community work is the program that we are running to drill wells in the community, and right now we've drilled about 10 wells.
If we were to get water, the nearest we would go is about 2 kilometers. But our cries and prayers were answered. And we must thank God.
Just one well is not just one family you're helping. You're looking at over 18, 20 families, a family with an average of 4 children in the household.
Tanyanyofara nekudawo kuti zvakazviitika kwevamwe. Isusu kwatiri tatingozviona tichifungidzira kuti pamwe vamwe ndo vanoropafadzwa. Saka tazozviona kuti Mwari vanongoda tese.
And one of the things that we are now doing is to encourage villages to come together to develop vegetable gardens, so that they can also have, vegetables to eat.
Clean water changes everything.
Right now we are working with 2 clinics where we've been helping them with basic medical supplies. We are helping with one of them in building a maternity wing. The Africa Development Mission is about partnering with individuals, partnering with families, and helping them to develop themselves, even as we come and preach the good news of Jesus Christ to them.
Over the last few years of our partnership with Africa Development Mission, we've been excited to see the results in this model of self-sustainability and community transformation.
Toda kungoti tinoda kutenda nekutirangarira kwavari kutiita, uye chidzidzo chavari kutipawo kuti isusu kana kuine vamwe vanhu vanenge vachitambudzika nezvimwe zvinhu tigowanisa kuvabatsirawo.
I was helped in the first place, and then they told me I must be able to carry on my own.
It's people who are just buying into the vision, buying into what we are doing, and it's amazing.
The opportunities are enormous to expand this model into other areas. What they really need is increased capacity, additional partners to come alongside the work that's already being done and make a difference for Christ in this country.
All the work that we're doing here at ADM is being made possible by the love and support of individuals, churches, high school kids, through the sacrifice of just a few dollars. And so I'm challenging you, decide today to be significant enough to want to be part of a lasting legacy, where even when you're taken away from this place, generations to come will remember you because of the love, because of the joy, because of the generosity you have shared by coming to Zimbabwe, by sending your support, by praying for the work that's being done. We value your sacrifice because what you're sacrificing is changing the world for someone else.